Alright guys, today we're doing an episode on the mp7. Our last Be a Wolf ECR video did pretty well, so we've decided to turn this into kind of a series, like, where we review different guns. So I hope you guys like it. I mean, it's pretty good. We've spent a fair amount of time on it, so enjoy the video. Alright, so before the video begins, I want to take this time to just remind you that only a portion of the people watching this are actually subscribed. So if you could go and hit the subscribe button down below, it would be much appreciated by me and the whole team. With ammo capacity of 30 and in a very average rate of fire, one might not think the mp7 is a great gun. But when you actually play with it, you do really well, and that's because it is just so average that it can beat all the extreme weapons. Like, a shotgun would have low rate of fire, but does a lot of damage. So the mp7's mobility and maneuverability perfectly counters that. So you can move around, not get hit, and just spray them down. That is my number one thing that I like about the mp7. I dislike the fact that it depletes its ammo rather quickly. You have to reload basically every time you get a kill, or like 2 kills. But yeah, that's how I feel about the mp7. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad, not the best, but it's pretty good. Here's X2O's point of view.
Here are my thoughts on the mp7. The mp7 is not a bad gun. For it only being a rank 9 gun, it's actually quite good. I recommend people in rank 9 use it on certain maps. Maps like Metro, for example, especially in those close quarters tunnel areas where you can go from one side of the map to another. That's a very effective area to use the mp7, especially if you're drop-shotting people. And while guns like the Mac-10 may work better for its purpose of fast fire rate but low damage, I think the Mac-10 also has a pretty high range drop-off, but it does more damage at close range than the mp7, and more damage at far range than the mp7, but not by much. The Mac-10 has 36 damage, I think, close range, and 19 damage far range, which does beat the mp7 at 30 damage close range, 18 damage past 100 studs. But 30 damage close range is not bad either, considering it has an 850 RPM. Or actually, no, my bad, 950 RPM. But it's still a good gun, the mp7. Now, the Mac-10 really is I only use it on Bazaar, because that's really the only map you need an incredibly fast fire rate. Because the mp7, you have a little more stability with that gun, in my opinion, than the Mac-10. The Mac-10, I think, is a higher recoil. mp7 is more stable, I think, as well. But other guns in the rank, like P90, which is higher, that gun has less damage overall, but the trade-off with that is that it has more bullets. It has 50 bullet count. But this gun is also better than the mp5k, because mp5k just is a worse version of the mp7, because it does less damage at close range and less damage at far range. So getting the mp7 is good. The UMP5K and the G36 both fire slower, so in trade-off they obviously have a higher damage count per bullet, because but they also have, I think, higher recoil. So if you're looking for a fast firing gun from rank 0 to 9, you might as well just choose the mp5k, but the mp7 is definitely a sort of the medium gun between the mp5k and the P90. Or I guess you could also include the mp510, whatever that gun's called, because that gun fires slowly, but is still good. That gun's still good. Although I haven't used it much, but still, the mp7 is not bad at all. So I'd say if you are within rank, if you have certain maps like Metro and Luck, like those maps are best with the mp7. If you have those maps, I highly recommend you use it. But it's not really good on any other map. really. So, I mean, there are better guns in the game, but this one is a very nice gun to have. So the rest of the video is just gameplay, so stick around if you want to see the rest of the gameplay I have on Luck. So, yes.